Check. Hi, Jaden.
Ya,
Okay, how are you, Jaden?
nggak tahu,
What?
nggak tahu.
Oh, what's good for today, Jaden?
Biasa aja,
Oh, nothing good?
biasa aja dong.
Oh, okay. Are you tired, Jaden?
Nggak tahu, biasa aja.
Oh, okay. So this is kind of, I think your common day is completely common. Okay, Jaden, today we're gonna learn about problem solving. So it's like there is something new here. Sorry, know something new. So we just need to review what did we learn and then implement that in the case that you will, of course, you should be answered. Okay, Jaden?
Ya,
And and I wanna kind of, do you wanna play a game about, I guess, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes before starting the
lancar,
lesson? What?
lancar aja, langsung aja.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna share my screen. There we go. What do you see, Jaden?
Iya,
Oh my God. There we go. Okay. So this is it, Jaden. Workshop on problem solving. I need to explain the goals first. And there's no something new, but I need this to, record the video. We need something like good quality. Okay. So I can say the topic will be say concise code, but I believe Jaden uh, has known about concise code. I mean, nested code actually. And let's talk about it. Okay, so concise code basically means something like this, Jaden. So if you have something like this, let's say you have in total, this is, I guess it's 7 line of codes. Oh, am I lagging, Jaden? Jaden, hello?
kalau
Am I lagging? Can you hear me clearly, Jaden?
nggak,
Interesting.
nggak
How about now, Jaden? Hello?
nggak
Jaden? Hello?
bisa
Hello?
bisa
Oh, okay. So, Jaden, so concise program means
bisa
that,
bisa.
okay, okay.
Dari tadi bisa.
Okay. Okay, concise program means that you have a program like this. Now, if we do concise code, it's gonna be like this, Jaden. What do you see? So basically, this is we call it as a nested stuff, or you nest input function inside the integer function or the IND function, something like this. And I believe that you did understand about this completely. That means that I do not need to explain this more. Okay, that's the first, Jaden. Now, this is the goal for today. You learn how to create concise code, but you already implement these from the first of our meeting, and I want to say thank you for that. And understandable code and learn how to write it. And then also, I need you to know about this one, Jaden, the interpreter, because yeah, I kind of didn't explain this in the previous lesson. So Algonova has provided this definition for interpretation. But if you have kind of another definition, that's completely okay, as long as you have, of course, kind of the literature for that, Jaden. So we have this definition. Interpreter is a special program that recognizes and executes commands. So it's not only translate the language programming, but basically a program that executes your code is interpreter. Okay, Jaden? Something like that. Okay, now why do we need to know about interpreter? Because when you want to do something like operation or something like when you do code in general, interpreter will see what kind of data type are you working with, something like that. Just like maybe you want to combine integer data type and string data type. All of course we cannot do that, Jaden, because it cannot be concatenated. That's the main reason. But if you want to combine string and string, you can use operator plus operator, and it's completely doable, of course, Jaden. Okay, something like that. That's why we need to know about interpreter. And remember, interpreter or your computer only knows about two signals, Jaden, either 0 or 1, and we call it as a binary signals. That's for the first part, Jaden. And then this is the example of how you can work with string. So exactly when you want to combine a string, you can use plus sign, and then if you want to repeat a string n times, you can use multiplication sign or asterisk. Okay, Jaden? And then this is the example of it. And then something that you have to notice here, I know that multiplication or asterisk will repeat your string n times, but if you do something crazy like this, you wanna multiply a string and a string, of course, it's gonna be error, Jaden, because it's not something like we cannot repeat here. There is no number here. Okay, Jaden? So this is not allowed. Okay. Now, the next thing is, how could you nest your code? Well, it's basically, we just need to do something like this. So I can say, if you have two line of codes here, you can do something like this to nest the input inside the integer. But you cannot do something like this, Jaden, okay? You cannot do something like input and int, okay? We can't do this because I don't know, it's weird, and because input will produce, it's always produced a string. Remember that, Jaden. Okay, Jaden? That's all about nested or concise code. Do you have question, Jaden? Jaden?
No.
Oh, no question.
No.
Okay. Uh-huh. Jaden?
No.
Oh, okay. Now, let's see. And then this is how we can do the nesting. I'm going to explain to you later. Don't worry. Now, I'm going to go to the next section or the second part. And then let's do the problem solving for the remaining time of us. Okay. I want to explain to you about code formatting. So, Jaden, in some cases, maybe later you want to do something like you want to deactivate your code, but you do not want to erase that. You do not want to delete that code. You just want to deactivate that code. And to do that, we can do something as known as command, Jaden. Now, what command does is this is kind of a string that will be ignored by your interpreter. It means that when you do this, the interpreter will completely ignore this line of code. And then how to do that? This is how we can do that. So if it's only a line of code, you can use hashtag sign, or I can say, I don't know, it's like, yeah, hashtag sign, sharp, I guess, like that. And then if it consists of many line of codes, Jaden, you can use triple quotation mark, something like this. Okay, so this is for the short line of code or only one code. Excuse me, yeah, only one line of code, and then this is multiple line of codes, something like that. And this is the example. So comment basically is something that you can use as the description of what's gonna happen or what's the meaning of my code. You can use comment to add or add additional description to your code, maybe just like this. So okay, this one we have to multiply the price by 5%. So I mean, like, maybe later someone will see your program, so we kind of do not wonder that what's the meaning of this, something like that, Jaden. So comment basically will make our life easier. That's I want to say. Okay, Jaden? Now, let's see the example. I'm gonna open this. Oh, no, help. Not this one instead. And then let's open lesson 4, Jaden. And then you can choose any part because this is completely, we have to, you know, solve the problem. This is only problem. Now, I'm gonna go over here, Jaden, and then let's try to solve this. Oh, it's easy. It's easy. Wow. What? Oh, gonna go to the additional task. Oh yeah, this one. How about the Olympiad blocks? Okay, Jaden. So let's try to solve this number maybe. What is this? Okay. Enter the number of friends in the company, 30. Enter the number of available seats on the plane. And 31. Now, interesting. And let's see. The program should receive two numbers for input. Okay. The numbers of friends in the company, we call it as an and then the number of free seats on the plane, we call it as an m. And then this is the constraint, n and m should be greater than 0. If n less than or equal to m, the program should display 1. But otherwise, any other number. Interesting. What does it mean, Jaden? Any other number? Okay, let's try, Jaden. So I'm gonna implement uh something like comment first, okay, Jaden? So I'm gonna say and means, or we can do something like this. I'm gonna say and is equal to input, and I'm gonna say enter the number of friends in the company. And I'm gonna comment this like this, and then say n means number of friends. Okay, something like that. And goes to be like this. Enter the number of available seat on the plane. like this, and then I'm gonna say M means number of tick. Okay, and then now if we, let's say, have we have uh learned we have not learned about a nested or concise code yet. So we will do something like this then. INT and then N, something like this. And then N is gonna be INT N. So it's like I wanna convert the N variable here, and then I put that here into an integer. But now because we have learned about concise code, we can do something like this instead. And then there we go. So from 4 lines of codes, now we only need 2 lines of codes, something like that. Now it says if the n is less than or equal to m, so the program should display 1. Otherwise, any other number. Wow, interesting.
Pakai if. Pakai if.
Yeah, but
If sama else.
we haven't learned about that yet. Yeah, we can do if or control flow here, but I don't want to use that, Jaden, because we haven't learned about it yet. What do you think? What do we need to do here? Um, one. So, hmm, hmm, hmm. How to check n is less than or equal to m? That's the biggest part, Jaden. Okay. I think I'm gonna do this bit while thinking of that. Any ideas, Jaden? I do not want to use this and less than or equal to m. No, we have to try another way, Jaden, to validate this. Right. Interesting. If I do something like this, print, hmm, didn't. And it's less than or equal to m. I think we have to use if. Other than that, we have to print. It
Min
says
satu.
any other number.
Min satu.
What?
Min satu aja.
Okay, that's great idea. Interesting, Jaden. Enter the number of friends in the company, and then available seats on the plan. Doesn't work, Jaden. How about this? We need to make sure the n and m is less greater than 0, Jaden. In that case, Should we use? Are you sure? Doesn't work, Jaden. Interesting.
Harusnya benar.
Enter the number. How, Jaden? What do you think? Hmm,
Harusnya benar.
supposed to be a positive number, but the automatic check doesn't work.
Else-nya di dalam if-nya nggak sih?
Huh?
Else-nya di dalam if-nya nggak sih?
What do you mean? Like this?
Bentar, coba bikin sendiri dia. Bentar.
You wanna try?
Ini lagi
Oh, but
berapa item?
hmm, or we can try exception handling, but I'm not sure we should use that. Enter the number of friends in the company. Enter the number of available seats on the plane. Mhm. It's only like that, kid. No
Anggap
more
aja bener lah.
description. Yeah, I don't know. The automatic check doesn't work. Hmm, interesting. What if hmm, wow, doesn't work, Jaden?
Anggap
Oh my
aja
God.
bener.
I don't know. Okay. Uh yeah, let's try this later, Jaden. Now I need you to share your screen. Let's start from the first one, okay? Let's try to answer all of these questions. You can share your screen, Jaden. Okay. Oh, Jaden, I forgot. Have I added coins for you for the last night, Jaden?
Gak apa-apa lah.
Huh?
Gak apa-apa lah.
You do not need that?
Nggak ada insentif ya.
You can buy Robux, Jaden.
Nggak main. Ini juga coming soon juga. Mas, kalau kalau ada kasih temen boleh lah.
Okay. Got lesson 4 jadi. Number one, yep, exactly. You can nest the construction B if the B returns value. Just like input function, Jaden, because input returns a value. That's why we can embed that. I think that's all. Interesting, Jaden, yeah? Our answer doesn't work, Jaden. If we do not use conditional statement, then what should we use? It's kind of interesting, but wow. Okay, Jaden. How would you solve this problem? Okay, Jaden. Okay, so you need to say, yeah, learn, parentheses, and no, I don't think so, Jaden. Uh, no, you can do that at line 3, Jaden. So learn parentheses, feedback. That's right, Jaden. Learn parentheses, feedback. Exactly. So we do not need to learn at the second line. And then what do you want to find terrible from what, Jaden? From feedback, right? So feedback dot find. Supposed to be feedback dot find. Before the word find, Jaden needs to dot. Okay, exactly. Okay, now I need you to optimize the code. So this is you have 6 line of codes. Could you make it into 3 line of codes? Yeah, exactly. Hmm. Wow. Interesting. Ah, you need to use little logic here. Little math, Jaden. Hmm. Give the variables name first, Jaden. X. I can guess that one. Train's name. Exactly, get it. Additional task. Z gonna be number of additional tasks. Mm-hmm. What you're gonna do. Mm-hmm. Y times 15 plus, where is your additional task, Jaden? One additional task needs 20 coins, 20 points. But mhm, 40. That's the example, Jaden. It means you need to create one additional variable for the additional task. Number of additional tasks times 20. Now, I think you need to hit the picture, Jaden, to see the complete. Yeah, that's the end of the code. You need to print poly comes from X. Exactly. Dash. You need to put comma, quotation mark. Exactly. Hmm. Why don't? Okay, that's also right, Jaden. Okay, nice. That's great, Jaden. Aha. So now you need to count the length of the string and find the clause and then search the advantageous word. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, it's only one variable. Now you need to print preview line column and then where does 29 come from there? I think it's the length of the x. You need to print the statement first there. Exactly. Comma. Exactly. Finding the word boring. Okay. Print from X. I need to find parentheses. What word, Jaden? That. Don't forget, Jaden, the quotation mark on the word boring. Exactly, Jaden. Okay, the last, Jaden, search for advantages for the word cool. I think that's same. Only different on the searching word. Interesting. Let's try, Jaden. Advantages. Nice. Last, Jaden, for the first part. That's, yeah, it has error, Jaden. It has no error, Jaden, because basically you currently work with a string, but you assigned the string into X variable or into variable. That's why. You cannot count the length of a number yet. Yeah, for string it works. But yeah, your print doesn't return value. Interesting. The second one, Jaden, that one, it has no error also. Exactly. Wow. Congratulations, Jaden. Next, Jaden, it's harder. Yeah. Variable is has its own name. Exactly. Data types. Exactly, Jaden. Wow, interesting. Function for switching from one data type to another data type. That's a function, Jaden. Are you sure? Exactly, Jaden. The returned value. Mhm. Exactly. Wow. Nice, Jaden. When recognizing a comment, it relies on variable data type. Jaden. Hmm. Okay, let's try that, Jaden. Due to this, some operator may have multiple values. The operator blah 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 plus can be stored for finding. It's type, data type. 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 Exactly. Yay. Nice, did it. Wow, it's 181. Oh my god, I'm sleepy. Can I take my drink, Jaden?
Yeah, betul.
Hold on. I'm back. Now you need to slash the word Barbara, Michael, and Stan, Jaden. With string index number, of course. It's not using dash, Jaden. Instead, colon. Exactly. And then Michael, Mikhail. If the comma is open, then it starts from 9. Hmm, exactly. "22." It's not using dash, Jaden. And then remember, you want to combine forward slash there, Jaden. You should use plus operator. Exactly. It's not enough, Jaden. Yeah. One left, Jaden. After the 16. Yeah, exactly. Interesting. Ton. What do you mean by that? Exactly, Jaden. Interesting. You can select all of that first, Jaden, and then covers them by parentheses. I mean, you do not need to do that one by one. Like, okay, yeah, but oh my God, it works, but yeah, from the input, the length of the code, Jaden, should be less than 6 line of code. You have 6 line of exactly 6 line of codes right now. Which line will you delete, Jaden? Interesting. Then how do you know the daily salary? Mm-hmm. The, yeah, why did I think we can delete the month and just replace the value by its value, the exact value, 29.3. I mean, we do not need variables. You know what I meant, Jaden? I don't think so. Yeah, I think you can remove the month variable. Yeah, exactly. And then remove the the line 3. Exactly. That's less than 6. Wow, interesting. Monthly salary. Number of hours worked on the weekend. Hmm. Okay, Jaden, how would you solve this? I think you just need to multiply the salary and the working hours with 1%. Actually, we do not need parentheses, Jaden, because if you have two operation, let's say plus and times, it will do the times or the multiplication first because it's stronger than addition. Yeah, exactly. Times y. Exactly. Print premium size. Exactly. Comma. Interesting. Wow. That's great, Jaden. Okay. Which one will produce only integer, only decimal number, only string, and it's gonna produce an error? Fraction, decimal fraction. It's gonna be, yeah, decimal. It's gonna be, are you sure? That's a decimal number, but you're using input, excuse me, integer function. It's gonna be integer. Input sum, remember, exactly. It's gonna be string, okay? Yeah. So you will repeat that string 5 times. What the hell? What is that? It's empty. Interesting. Per week and per hour. You can use print function, Jaden. Allocate from the budget. I think 80,000, right? 4 times 5, it's gonna be 20. 20,000. Ah, times 4, Jaden, because 1 month, it's gonna take 5 weeks. 4 weeks, excuse me. Hmm. Y times X times 4. Yep, like that. Yeah. But, Jaden, what's wrong? It's still wrong. Exactly. Boom. Nice, Jaden. 2 questions left. Wow. Now we just need to run the program, Jaden. Checklist the button first, and then submit uh that one. Yep. And then submit the task. Yeah, it's using if conditional statement or a control flow. You wanna read it? You can read that. Aha, the last question, Jaden. Select the option from the previous level. The program calculates the desired salary for a month. Exactly, that's for a month. If the requested salary is more than the maximum possible, that that's the else. Strong. Wow. Okay, Jaden. I think you wanna try this Olympiad block or it? Oh, okay.
Hmm, besok lah,
Okay, let's
pas libur.
try that later. You can stop your screen, Jaden. Now let's take a recap, Jaden. What did we learn today, Jaden?
Nest, nest,
Nested. What do you know? Explain to me, please, Jaden.
jelasin apa?
The concise code.
Cleaner code,
What?
clean, cleaner code with nested functions, which is a function yang define in another function.
Okay, exactly. How about commenting, Jaden? What do you know about it?
Comment,
Comment.
the pieces of text in the code that you can use, and the program will not execute it.
Exactly. Wow. Nice. Nice explanation, Jaden. Okay. And what about I can say, can we nest a function that doesn't return a value, Jaden? Just like maybe I want to nest the print function. So I want to cover the
Bisa,
print function.
bisa, bisa,
What?
bisa,
Huh?
bisa.
Bisa?
Yang tapi di dalam line-nya gitu. Gimana ya
Oh,
jelasannya?
oh, but we cannot cover print with another function, right, Jaden?
No.
Okay, because print doesn't return value. Remember that. Okay, yeah, that's all about today's meeting, Jaden. So we only recap the lesson from the first lesson till the third lesson, and we learned about commenting. And I want to say thank you so much for being here, Jaden. And I want to say you have a great skill as I don't think you are newbie in programmer, Jaden. So I will say, yeah, you're kind of one step forward than all of your friends in how to know about course. So I want to say, yeah, quite proud of you. So yeah, thank you for that. And in the next lesson, in the next meeting, we're gonna talk about control flow, which is we have to talk about Boolean data types or new data type. And then yeah, I think that's all. Do you have question? Something that you wanna tell me, Jaden?
Enggak sih.
What do you think about today's lesson, Jaden? Is that hard?
Enggak. Ngantuk aja.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that. If so, see you in the other time, Jaden. Bye bye.
Kasih.
You're welcome.